I just got rich. Well, this MetaDoge 5. Yeah. If you don't got a coin in your wallet, you broke. I said what I said. Hey, my doge not like yours. My doge is the first. You are just a meme. My doge got a metaverse. My doge not like yours. Tell him I said it.
Facts. My doge not like yours. My doge is the first. You are just a meme. My doge got a metaverse. My doge not like yours. My doge is the first. You are just a meme. My doge got a metaverse. MetaDoge, 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 MetaDoge. I just struck it rich. Too much money, it can't fit in my pocket. MetaDoge, flip it. Watch me hold NFT. I got one gold. We be lit like the stove. All these paper hands exposed. That's my doge, I cannot fold. Hey, I've been trapping doge off in the metaverse. MetaDoge, history made, we did it first. I can't make this up, ain't no right rehearse. We got all the drip, we gon' quench they thirst. My doge not like yours, my doge is the first. You are just a meme, my doge got a metaverse. My doge not like yours, my doge is the first. You are just a meme, my doge got a metaverse. MetaDoge, 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 big dog, boss doge and metaverse. I bought friends, NFTs, stake them, gotta get them first. Once she dip, I buy the dip, it come up, she can get her purse. Don't you wait until it's listed, you should go and get it first. Dog, I'm certified, check my status, ask about me. We been shaking up the market, that's no lie. Ricky Bobby, they gon' duplicate and try. Roger that, copy. I'm a big dog, off the leash, chest out, cocky. Yeah. My doge not like yours, my doge is the first. You are just a meme, my doge got a metaverse. My doge not like yours, my doge is the first. You are just a meme, my doge got a metaverse. MetaDoge, 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 MetaDoge. Slime, I'ma put y'all on to something real quick. Know what I'm saying? You gotta put this coin in your pocket. That's not you broke. Go to MetaDoge.live. That's MetaDoge.live. For bruh. Get you some money. LNJ. You can find me in the metaverse with my MetaDoge, you dig?
YouTube, what's going on? MetaDoge community, how's everybody doing today? As always, I am Owen from Public Relations. It's Tyler from Public Relations. How you doing, Tyler?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. We are also live in our voice chat right now on our Telegram official channel, so be sure to check that out. But we wanted to come by again every Tuesday. Around this time, we do community AMA just to get any kind of questions that you may have, kind of go from there. So with that being said, we do have a few updates to report as far as marketing is concerned. Let's go ahead and kind of address the elephant in the room. Market is down right now. All of crypto is pretty much down right now. Let's keep that in mind. That is one of the reasons why we are being very, very specific in, with our marketing dollars and where we spend them and when we spend them. The last thing we want to do is spend a lot of money, because a couple things you have to understand. Our marketing wallet comes from buys and sells. If we don't have the volume, which no one really has the volume right now because of the way that the market is, if they don't have the volume, we can't get those kind of coming in, those extra dollars for the marketing wallet. So if we spend it and it doesn't bring in the buys and the sells, it defeats the entire purpose of what we're trying to do. You have to keep that in mind. But we do have some things to report as far as Chinese marketing, which is one of the things that we are really focusing on right now as far as where that wallet is concerned. So we are in talks with a lot of Chinese TikTok and TikTok influencers who are going to promote MetaDoge, especially like the finance news portion of the TikTok influencers over in China. It looks like we're also going to appoint 1 or 2 teams that are going to be like motivator groups for 3 days, and we are actually going to pay those teams to be able to do that. They're going to help motivate and promote MetaDoge, and all the different social media channels that we're doing. And we're also going to look at MSG trending and a banner on there. So those are a couple of the things that we're doing with the Chinese marketing, just because we want to have some things going to help bring in a little bit of volume for when the pump does actually come back up, which it will be doing soon. But as of right now, with the war going on, hopefully that ends soon. Just a lot of the different, across all channels, all the, the economy itself is just kind of not doing great right now because of all the uncertainty that's going on, crypto especially. We have to make sure that we are spending our marketing dollars wisely. As soon as the market starts to pump back up, that's when you can see a lot of these things happen. And we do have a few more things to report on those grounds, but we want to go ahead and give a little bit of a chance for people to ask some questions as it pertains to marketing. I want to give you a chance on YouTube, in the voice chat, wherever you are. I want to give you a spot. Hey, MetaDoge, how are you doing, man? Hope you are having a good day, my dude. This is going to be very informal and maybe very short if we don't have any questions, but feel free, anybody, to go ahead and ask some questions. We'll just kind of sit back and wait on those questions to happen.
Yeah, man. Don't hesitate to put them in the chat. Don't hesitate to jump into our VC right now. It's just Owen and I. So
it is.
For as much feedback as we've gotten all week throughout the chat, and I realize that time zone differences are a complexity. We're not getting anybody in the chat right now, so it's hard for us to really be able to engage with you and give you, our take on what's going on, as well as like updates, if we don't have you engaged. So we appreciate it. We appreciate you being here if you are, especially in YouTube. I see we have what looks like 5 viewers right now. So if you guys could just put something in there, we're happy to answer them, happy to field those questions. We just need you to ask them.
Yeah, there's no bad questions. We're not going to get upset with you. This isn't where we're going to call fudding or anything like that. That's not going to happen on this channel. We started this entire thing and became a public relations team attached to MetaDoge for the sheer reason of making sure that everyone here feels comfortable being able to come to us and ask us questions and be able to talk to the dev team and ask the questions that you really want answers to. So, hey, how you doing? It's good to see some of you guys returning. I've seen a lot of you guys, over and over coming back, and I really appreciate that. So, one of the questions that we just had come in is, can you put the website back to the original with the city in the background? It looks way more official. That is absolutely something that we could look at. I wasn't aware that banner had changed, but we can get with Dan and talk to him about that.
Yeah, and I think that some of that comes from when we had to migrate to the .uk. We are trying to get back to the .live, but as for right now, it is still .uk. We will talk to the devs and see what's going on with that, because I really do like the original website
kind of
layout that we had. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we definitely want to get back into that. So we'll see how that's going. We'll see any progress that they made.
What Stanley came in. Stanley, thank you for asking that question, because surprisingly, you're the first to ask that, even though we've gotten that a lot in the Telegram channel. First time to ask that. Albert, we will get to you, my man. But Stanley, first time to ask that. You don't have to do anything. The only thing that you really need to do is just make sure that you add the new contract to your wallet so your tokens will show up. If you had V1 tokens prior to the migration, you already had the V2 tokens airdropped into your wallet. They are there. You just need to add the contract so they are visible to you. If you have any issues actually adding that, please feel free to send us a message afterwards in the Telegram channel. Owen, Public Relations, Not So Slim and M. Maybe change to Tyler at some point in time, but Not So Slim and M is the other one.
It's too clever. I haven't gotten rid of it yet.
Yeah. So
on that aspect too, as far as the V1 to V2 token. Sorry, I'm getting a little feedback here, so just in my ears. So when it comes to the V1 V2 situation as well, if you had like Owen said, if you had them in prior and you just inject that, you import those tokens into the new contract, you should get those. Now I will say that oh yeah, MetaDoge to the moon, thank you very much. Absolutely, that's the plan. I will say that those old tokens from V1 are no longer usable. Do not try to do anything with them. You can hide them in your MetaMask wallet or whatever wallet you're using. because they are not there
They are
anymore.
useless.
Yeah, none of
Liquidity
them-
is drained from them. Regardless
Absolutely.
of what price you see on them, liquidity is drained. Don't bother with V1 tokens. V2 tokens actually are there. They have a liquidity attached to them. Be sure that you just add the contract to your wallet and you will see those going. Okay.
Now I think that we have to field Albert's question now.
We have to
because-
field Albert's question. So Albert said we did. No, Albert, we are not dead. Now, crypto is getting pistol whipped right now, and that's just the way of the game. It goes up, it goes down, it ebbs and flows. We wouldn't be here if it was dead. Okay, we wouldn't have all these things. We are interviewing, and we will get to this in a little bit. We're going to get to some more details on the game. We are kind of excited to show that to you. We are actively interviewing devs right now, like in person. We are doing a lot of things from those aspects that we're going to dive into in just a minute. We want to just make sure that we answer some of these questions that are going on right now. We have a lot of things in those regards that we are doing. Yeah, and so no, we are not dead. It's just we don't want to spend. We have a finite amount of marketing dollars. If we spend them wrong, and that's kind of what we touched on a minute ago. If we spend those incorrectly, not only do we lose those marketing dollars, but now we don't have the buys and sells coming in that go back into the marketing wallet to where we can do more things. So if we drain that marketing wallet, then we are dead. We have a very, very healthy marketing wallet, and we are waiting for the correct time to do it. Now, whether or not that you guys are able to wait with us, that's completely up to you. It is a free market. You do what you will with your finances. We are waiting, and we're going to execute it with the precision that we have always done in the past. You just have to trust us. That's all I can say.
100%, man. And honestly, like, look at other tokens right now. We constantly monitor what works and what doesn't work with other tokens. And one of the things that at least I've seen is that there is such a push on a launch for trying to do a lot of marketing and a lot of stuff, like a lot of call groups and everything, and they just don't pan out because of a lot of the investors in what seems in BSC. A lot of investors are looking for a 2x or 3x maybe, and then they're dumping. So by the time marketing even hits, the token's already crashed. And when that happens, you've spent all of your money to try to make it sustainable on the initial push. And once that initial push is gone, you have no money left. So what we're doing is we're sustaining our growth, our eventual growth up from where we're at now, on the backbone of our strong marketing wallet and the fact that we're developing so many partnerships. We're developing a lot of things that we're doing in the Chinese community, Asian community, our game that we're going to talk about here in a minute, and some other competitions, TikTok competitions that we're going to put out some more information about today. So
Absolutely. Albert had some more good questions.
Yeah,
Albert bringing the
Albert.
fire today, and
Albert's
I appreciate
bringing
that.
the fire, man. Albert, I don't know you as far as I don't recognize your name from our Telegram chat, but so glad you're here, man. When will you get a peek on the marketing wallet? Fantastic question. I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. I will take that to the dev team and see if that's something that we're willing to put out there. I know that from our token economics, you can see the percentage that goes into marketing from buys and sales. So that's pretty transparent as any other token is going to be, at least from my experience. But it's something that, if you think that we need to give you a better glimpse as to what's going on in there, we can field that to our dev team, see if they're willing to be able to give a little bit more of an insight as to that. But I can tell you right now, it's strong. We're holding it strong, and we're doing things very strategic so that we can build this into something once the market reverses, once we get a lot of push in the BSC space, and once we get all of our good projects that we're working on, like the game and TikTok competitions and our influencers involved, then you're going to see that pay off tenfold.
Exactly. I don't know if they're in the market to give the exact amount of the marketing wallet dollars that we do have, but it is hefty. I'm talking tens of thousands. It is a lot of money. But again, it's one of those things that we want to spend at the correct time in the correct places. And I know that is redundant, and I know that you guys are probably tired of hearing that, but there are specific reasons. You just have to understand the specific reasons why we have to go. So I hope you understand that. Or feel free to ask more questions if you want us to go a little bit more in depth. But we want to make sure that we are getting to all the questions that are out here. So one thing that we will touch on, the game. One of the questions that came through was about the game. So, well, let's talk about this just real quick. As far as collaborating with other projects, yes, that is one of the things that we are absolutely looking at doing. We are in talks with a few other coins to not only team up with them, but to also incorporate them into our game as well, and for us to be incorporated into theirs. So we do have some things that we're working on in the back end. We don't want to announce them too soon, because that'll get us in trouble, and if talks fall through, then now we look stupid. So we're not going to give specific names, but they are coins with a little bit higher market cap than we have currently. I can say that, or I guess I did say that. I don't know if I even can, but I did say that. They're coins with a little bit higher market cap than we have, but we are in talks with partnering with them. Quite a few of them, actually. So, about the Metaverse game.
If I could just add a little bit extra to that collaboration with other projects, too, is that if you, for anybody who is in the BSC space right now, you're seeing a lot of projects launch and fail right off the bat. It's a pump and dump. That's the entire market right now. People are trying to get quick money, not long money. And one of the things that we have to be very, very careful about is collaborating with projects too early and then them folding. And then no longer are they viable to be partners with, but also our reputation is negatively impacted. We don't want that. We want everyone that we partner with to share the success and also exponentially grow our success. So we have to be very careful about that. So like Owen said, we are working on those projects and the collaborations, but we have to be very strategic and methodical about that before we just announce it and then they fail and then everyone goes, well, why did you partner with them? They're terrible. We don't want that. So we've got to be careful.
Exactly. And that also leads me to not only Hokage Boy, I'm going to speak on your specific question real quick. Will March be a breakthrough month for our project? Now, that depends on quite a few factors. The war in Ukraine doesn't help. Getting past all of that, if in March we are able to get past that and we are able to get past a couple of other things that are happening, as far as is China going to ban crypto, is Russia still going to ban crypto, all of those things. As soon as that FUD goes away, which it will go away, but as soon as it does, if that is within March, then yes, I think it is going to be a breakthrough month because we have a lot of things on the background that we're looking to hopefully make announcements on soon. We just want to make sure that we get it at a good hype time, because the second that if we announce it during a time where there's a lot of FUD going on in the entire crypto space, we're not going to gain a lot of new people because of that. So that's one of the reasons why we're waiting a little bit. Hey, AeroJNR88. Good to see you too, man. It's good to see you outside of just Telegram and stuff like that. So, Metaverse game. We are going to talk about this because we've been wanting to talk about this because we are actively, what would you say, like game producers, creative directors?
We are heavily involved in this, and whatever the title is, we are in the center of it, and we're so excited about the potential for this.
So we're going to give you a little bit of a peek behind what we're looking to do, mainly because we want some feedback. We want to know if this is something the community wants to see anyway, as far as the game is concerned. We're not thinking, we saw a lot of pay-to-earn games that are out there, and vast majority suck shit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I'm terrible.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The vast majority of them are the most simplistic, easy games that are made in a matter of like a couple hours on some, platform. And they're just... They're just not there.
And they don't even run properly. Like, there's so many issues with such a simple game that they're not living up to the standard that we think MetaDoge is worthy of.
Brazil on. Now, I do want to preface all of these things with, all of these features are subject to change. This is development. So that means that all of these features are subject to change based on certain things. The game is in active development right now. Now, there's no. There's no screenshots or anything like that. You will see these things soon. We are actively developing full stack developers. I'm sorry, we're actively interviewing full stack developers as we speak right now. And we're talking interviewing them in person because we want to be able to hold these people accountable. We don't want to just send some random dude some crypto across the internet and hope for the best. That's not how we want to do this. So we are actively interviewing these devs in person, one-on-one, right now as we speak. And we have a lot of actually really good leads, but we're going to get to some of the features of the game. So the type of the game that we're looking to do is going to be able to kind of play into both. But you guys have to understand a lot on the Chinese market and a lot on the European and the American market. Those are kind of where our investors lie currently. So with that being said, what we're trying to do is make a 3D style, three-dimensional style Pokemon game, like more of the newer generations of Pokemon game, is what we are looking to be able to do. So it's going to involve fighting. It's going to involve the NFTs being incorporated into that, which maybe we can touch on a little bit. And it's going to involve breeding your different MetaDoge in order to make new NFTs as well. And there's going to be about 6 or 7 areas that will be discovered. It's going to be an open world RPG style with a lot of things to do. We're talking side quests. We're talking just an expansive section of the metaverse. You'll be able to own land. Owning those lands will give you benefits as far as being able to breed and what you'll be able to do off of your NFTs. There's so much that we have. I mean, we already have the entire scope of the game written, solidified, ready to fire. We're just making sure we have the right full stack dev team that can actually implement what we want to do, because I don't think you guys understand. If you can look behind me, we are gamers. We know that you have one chance to penetrate this market, and we will not settle for anything less. We're not gonna cheap out and get some dollar store wish.com developer to design our game. We have our idea of exactly the type of game that we want to have. It's going to be very Pokemon style with the turn-based fighting and the breeding, but still its very own thing. So it's going to really kick into that nostalgia, but be its own thing at the same time. So I hope you guys can kind of understand a little bit with that. But we're not talking this, like a Maze Runner or, jumping for stars kind of game. No, this is a full-on open world RPG, top-down 3D style that's going to be unbelievable. And hopefully here really soon we'll have that developer signed off on. We'll get some, we already have our mock-ups and three-dimensional drawings of what we're doing and everything. Soon, guys, we will be able to share this with you, okay?
Let's read through this real quick. I just want to see.
Looks like a lot of hype.
A lot of this, right? So
yeah, I touched on a lot. Yeah, I was kind of reading it off as I was going through.
Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Yeah, exactly. And Will, like, that's exactly what we're looking for. That's exactly what we're going for. More of an open world, more customization, Pokemon style, where we have that fighting aspect, where we have a breeding aspect or evolutions aspect in there as well. What I've been the terms I've been using is breeding / merging, because some people in some countries,
breeding's a little bit weird to them.
Weird. Yeah, absolutely.
So they don't like that sound of it.
Yeah, 100%. Now one of the things that I would like to incorporate is an internal marketplace, so that when you buy and sell things not only in MetaDoge, but you have an internal marketplace built into the game, so that you're not running around trying to get things that just don't make sense to you, that you can't use in real life, but that will translate back to your pockets after you're finished playing the game.
Talking a full-fledged ecosystem that we're building here, because there's crafting in the game, there's the breeding in the game, the merging, the evolutions of it. All of those things are in the game itself. If you want a little bit of a peek behind the curtain, okay, and again, all of this is subject to change. Okay? I just want to preface this. And to answer Albert's question real quick, we're not going for the retro pixel style. Dom, head developer, saw a lot of games that failed doing the retro pixel style, but it's still going to be Pokemon nostalgic. It's still going to be kind of that semi-top down, three-dimensional. I mean, if you think of the newer generations of Pokemon, not the newest one that just came out where you're just like right behind him third person, but the 3DS games and stuff like that, it's going to be very more modernized, but not pixel style, just so you know.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things, though, with retro pixel style. We personally love retro pixel style animation and graphics and the whole style of that game, because we grew up with that.
Absolutely.
I will say that it's not out of the realm of possibility that some retro pixel style things could occur in the game or could be incorporated into the game. We haven't quite got to that fine detail yet, and there are always updates that we can make. So that's something that could be incorporated, but like Owen said, the whole entire gist of the game is going to be based in a three-dimensional.
And we are kind of hoping for maybe some like limited time. This is something we're pushing to Dom. This isn't actually anything in the works, but some limited time NFTs for like that are those 16-bit styles. We would love to have some of those NFTs. Just throw it out there. We're kind of pushing for that. Now, will the season 2 NFTs have value in the game? Technically, no, because those are staking NFTs. That's the value that those bring. But you should be able to convert those NFTs, those season 2 NFTs, into game NFTs. And you know what? I gotta peek behind the curtain a little bit. I gotta give them a little taste. Again, subject to change. I gotta give you a little taste. What we are looking to be able to do is, instead of the NFTs just kind of, you can breed them and all that kind of stuff, we want to bring that into the fighting aspect of it. But we don't want to just copy Pokemon and each NFT be its own like Pokemon. Each NFT will act as its own specific move set that you equip on yourself as you go out and do battle with I can't give away too much on that, but that's the reason why you want to breed these NFTs, because there's commons, epics, rares, legendaries, all of those things, and each one is its own moveset that gets stronger as you breed them. As you merge them, you can go from breeding 2 commons and possibly get an uncommon where your damage does more for that specific move style, that element style, whether it's fire, earth, lightning, water, all of those different things. I don't want to give too much.
Just talking about this gets me excited because of so much potential that we have on this.
I don't want to give too much away, but I could talk about this for hours. You guys have zero idea how much I want to talk about this.
And we want to share this with you. We just have to make sure that at the end of the day, it's right. It's right for the community, and we don't, put too many things out there too early, and then it be a disappointment to you later on because, we overpromised and underdelivered. Not that we're not going to try to over-deliver on everything, but if we put too much out now, then there's no hype. There's no like, what am I getting when I unwrap my gift on Christmas Day kind of thing.
We'll say there will be a beta, though, so you guys will be able to test this out, and we're going to take feedback and be able to tweak off of it. So there will be a beta build of the game. Somebody asked when it was coming. Beta, we're still on pace to be shooting for like towards the middle of summer, end of summer. Again, it's making sure that we have the right dev team first. So since we don't have that dev team in place, I don't want to give an exact date. That's subject to change.
And truthfully, would we rather have a fast game or a right game? And I think that's what it comes down to for at least us, right? Mm-hmm. And for the dev team, too, is we want the right game. We want the game that's going to sustain us for years to come and make MetaDoge become one of those tokens that is looked at the same way that Bitcoin is looked at. As in, there's this almost otherworldly buy-in, this otherworldly devotion to it because we've delivered such a great product for you.
You have to think about it. If you guys are gamers, if you play any games, how many times have you bought some in-game currency? Like, it just at any point in time, whether it's a mobile game, whether you're playing Ubisoft games and buying in-game currency.
I have a lot.
I do it all the time, and I'm mad at myself for it. But I do it all the time, literally all the time. How many times have you done that? We have an opportunity to build a game that has its own ecosystem with it, to where you are earning MetaDoge, but also using it to buy things in the shops that are in-game. Maybe you need to speed up your the process of 2 of your breeding NFTs to get a better fighting move NFT to go out into the world. These are all things that all of it's MetaDoge, all of it's going to be encompassing around it, and it's going to be phenomenal for it. Hold on, we got 2 questions that just came in. Merch store update, game NFT, partnership tokens. Yeah, we will get to all of those. We already touched on a couple of them, but we will recap those. Will be any bonus for 1-2 NFT holders. That depends on what you say. You will have the ability to bypass, if you want to trade in your season 1 or season 2 NFTs, bypass having to gamble on a loot box or a booster pack, really at that point in time, where we will have booster packs where you can draw from it and you can get like a random set of NFTs, which will actually be the moves that you use in the game for your character. Again, subject to change. That's kind of the ability to be able to trade in your epic season 1, or if you have a bunch of epic season 2 NFTs and you're like, I don't want to use the staking rewards anymore, I'm going to take my risk on just earning those in game by having some kick-ass moves. Now you're rocking the game starting off with some epic moves for your character, or you can breed them, or whichever way you want to go about it. So those are the benefits that would come along with that, just being able to trade in your set rarities for in-game set rarities.
Well, and if I could elaborate on that too a little bit, the bonuses that you're getting from season 1 and 2 and the Chinese New Year NFTs are already pretty freaking amazing. I mean,
Facts.
especially season 1 APYs and Chinese New Year APYs, just based on the 888,888 price for those. Those are fantastic. Season 2s are still fantastic. Season 1s, I will say, I don't think there's really been any conversation that season 1s are going to change, because they are giving such phenomenal staking rewards right now. So if you can, and you're in the business of looking in the marketplace for some season 1 NFTs, you need to be doing that, because talk about long-term passive income that you're looking for. That's what those provide. Season 2s, we've talked about the idea of them being able to be converted to an in-game NFT that would allow you to start playing the game and earning rewards that way as well. Chinese New Year, those are still available. Go and get those, because those are another form of passive income. Any NFTs we come out with from here on out are probably going to be geared more towards the game, if they're not like a special addition to, like a holiday or something like that, like we did with Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
If I could just real quickly go back to Williams, run sheet here. Merch store update and ETA, man, I am with you. I want that so bad, because I'm wearing my current school's, polo right now, because I just came from work. I work at the university, but I also came from a basketball game and all that stuff. So I had to be supporting them today. I want to be supporting MetaDoge. So as soon as we can get that launched and the payment structure built in, or at least refined, or whatever it is that's going on with that, we want to, because I think both of us want to be wearing MetaDoge hats, MetaDoge shirts, putting on MetaDoge stickers. I don't know.
Absolutely.
I'm excited about that too.
I look like Bam Margera if he gave up on his dreams right now. Okay? I'm wearing a Hurley hat and a Lord of the Rings shirt. Okay? You know how bad I want to wear MetaDoge stuff. The only thing that we're waiting on with the merch store itself is the ability to be able to buy merch with MetaDoge. That's the only thing that's kind of slowing that whole process down. As soon as they get that figured out, we are golden. We all want it really, really bad. Dom wants it more than anything. I've asked him if we could just, or even just the dev team for the PR team, if we could just switch it to, USD, just so we could buy some stuff and then figure out the MetaDoge stuff later. But he really doesn't want to launch it until people are able to buy it with MetaDoge, because that gets people to actually buy in with MetaDoge. I mean, it makes complete sense. See, that's where Dom's thinking at it from 10 steps ahead of the way that we are. And that's why you have to trust him with the marketing. He is thinking of it from a way of how will this drive investors and people to buy MetaDoge. That's where he's at. While I'm sitting here saying, I just want a fucking hat. We have to keep in mind that that's some of the things. But
so Jay, in Telegram chat, it's not in YouTube. He's saying, will breeding any such cost MetaDoge tokens, or I guess breeding cost any MetaDoge tokens, or burn them? It might be a good use case for the token.
Yes.
Now I will say that breeding for me is still on the development phase of it, because there's so much that we could do with that, and there's so many, obviously, Jay, I think that your idea here is a valid idea. We need to bring up to the dev team. What do we want to do? How do we want that to work? I will say that at least the way that I envision breeding is being like, hey man, there's a time that it's going to take for you to breed certain levels of rarity with each other, on the pretense of maybe possibly getting a higher or a better or another rare NFT from that, or another rare character from that. Now maybe the aspect will be, do you want to spend MetaDoge tokens to speed that process up? And that's kind of our idea right now. As far as burning them, I'm not so sure right now, but it's something that we can continue to have conversations about.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say the burning part probably won't happen, just because we need that to go back into the ecosystem, Jay. We need those tokens that are spent to go back into because it's a play to earn game, not pay to earn. Play to earn game. So the last thing that you want is the people to jump on and be like, man, I gotta pay all this money or else this game is stupid. Like, we want people to be able to play it without actually having to spend a dime if they don't want to. You have to strike that good middle ground. So, with that being said, exactly what Tyler said right there. The ability to where you can just go in and have your 2 NFTs, you have your home, you bought a breeding station, or you go to the town breeder. maybe I'm giving away too much there. But you're able to,
I don't know.
but you're able to kind of go in and then you can say, you know what, I want to speed up this process. It normally takes, let's just say 7 days. I wanted to do it in like 24 hours. You can buy item to speed it up. And also the ability of being able to be like, you know what, at this point, if I breed these 2 common NFTs, I have a 50% chance of it being common again, a 47% chance of it being uncommon, 2% rare, 1% epic. I want a, 80% chance of it being uncommon, at least, like upgrading my 2 commons to a uncommon NFT. That's some of the things that would cost MetaDoge to be able to buy those items to give you a better chance.
Well,
you can also find them out in the world too. We want to make sure that you know
Yes.
that you don't have to spend money. You can if you want to. It's striking that good middle ground.
Yeah, and and like to hit off what he just said, finding them in the world, we want that. Like we're big into RPGs, so we love the crafting sense when it comes to games, and we think that that's something that can be incorporated into our game as well. And so, from a crafting sense, are we able to use MetaDoge to help that crafting go faster, or are we maybe use that MetaDoge to give you an increased chance of getting something better out of it? Those are all options that we're keeping on the table, and maybe incorporate every one of them, hopefully. I mean, if it's me, I want to incorporate everything. I want a God of War style game, if I can get it. Game of the year. Realistically speaking, are we going to get that? I hope so, but we'll see what we can come up with the team that we're currently working with to try to get that rolling. So yeah, I mean, there's so many options out there, and we want your feedback. So by all means, keep giving it to us. Bring it into the Telegram chat. Use that /proposal in the Telegram chat to bring those in, and we will work with our dev team, as far as the game dev team, to make sure that those things happen as realistically as possible with what we're working with.
Yeah, and Jay, you just had a really good idea, which always bring your good ideas to us, but we had already thought of that one as well. That's how in-depth we are. We have a 15-page document that outlines the entire scope of the game that we have right now. Not in a lot of intricacies and a lot of just overall arcing ideas. That is one of them. Having not only being able to buy land and houses and stuff like that from the main starting place. I almost accidentally say too much. I'm so close. Just
close.
writing that line.
Yeah.
From the main starting place, having your own farm. I can say farm area.
Yeah, area maybe.
Area.
Yeah.
That you're I can take that back. But having your own area, where you can upgrade it through not just different crafting tables or breeding stations, and being able to update, maybe you can only breed 2 NFTs at a time, but you can upgrade to be able to breed multiple NFTs at a time if you pay MetaDoge in order to do that from the town store. Being able to have different rooms, maybe even an art gallery where you could display your best NFTs.
Maybe some
things
rewards,
like that. I don't know, man, but a lot of trust me, we have a lot of ways that you can spend MetaDoge in this game. We have outlined a ton of ways, but with that, we have counteracted that with having a ton of ways you can earn MetaDoge in this game. Again, it's a fine balance. The last thing you want is people to pick it up and say, I just have to spend money in order to be good. I don't want to play this game. And you want to be able to have those people that spend money for the convenience and those people that play it and never spend any money and just earn some tokens. You want to bring in both, because now that economy is built and MetaDoge is the currency that runs that economy. If you even have 1 million people playing this game, which we think is a soft estimate, we think it's going to go way higher than that. But even just that much, just 1 million, using MetaDoge as an in-game currency, guys, that's why don't ever trade in your Season 1 NFTs.
Next level.
Never.
At that point. Next level.
Will there be a giveaway today? Hokich, you were just... You already won, man. You already won a game.
Yeah, man. What are you doing? You're trying to strip us from everything we have?
There will not be a... But that does lead us to one more thing.
Yes, the competition.
The other competition. We're going to have him talk about the other competition that's coming up right now.
Tell you guys a little bit about what we're working on right now as far as a new competition. Ziga's been working on this pretty hardcore. And I want to give you a quick update. We're working on the influencer aspect of this. It's the last little bit that we need. But it's going to be a TikTok challenge. So this thing is going to be a dance, funny video. It's going to have a cut of our song from it. I'm not going to play you the cut of our song today. I don't know. Maybe we could.
I mean, we always send out with the. Is it the MetaDoge music video?
It's part of the MetaDoge music video.
Okay,
absolutely. So
you'll hear it once we go out.
There's a portion of the MetaDoge music video, the MetaDoge song, that is going to be with that TikTok or competition.
They could probably hear it in the background now that I think about it.
They might actually be able.
You
to
on
hear
YouTube
that
can hear it in the background. You on the voice chat.
It's basically the MetaDoge portion, and there's a little bit extra to it. don't hate me for my ability to sing very well, okay?
I wasn't really singing. That
was so yeah. Anyways, so that's part of the competition. We're gonna have the dance video aspect of it as well. I mean, like it's TikTok, right? So we have to have that. Basically, what we're looking for is some semi-popular, really TikTok influencers to be able to get on board with this too, so that we can market that really well. What we're going to put out is that competition in the community, and the top 3 people that send us in their funny / awesome / amazing, whatever it is you want to make it, TikTok videos incorporating our MetaDoge song, then you'll be paid handsomely for it. That's going to be the reward, is the top 3. And what we're hoping for is that we get such a great, what's the word I'm looking for? Response. Yeah. Such great engagement with that whole thing, response to that we're able to push that out to the entire stratosphere and allow the entire world to see us, along with the influencers that are doing their part of getting our name out there. And then at the end of the day, if you all know, because you've listened to the song before, and if you haven't, I'm looking at you. You need to start listening to it. It will get stuck in your head, and that's the whole goal, is it's going to get stuck in their head too. And then people at the end of the day or during their day, they go, MetaDoge, MetaDoge, MetaDoge. They're thinking, man, I got to tell my friends about this. I got to invest in this. And then everybody's pockets get lined with even more money because of that.
Exactly. They call that an earworm. But generally speaking, that is exactly what we want to happen. We want to be able to trend on TikTok, on Twitter, everything, even Facebook, Instagram Reels. I mean, for God's sakes. But just be sure that you guys are checking that out if you have any type of personality whatsoever, or even if you don't. Just some type of funny video to that kind of MetaDoge background music that you can get in here.
How many people have you seen on TikTok that don't have any personality, but that have apparently tens of thousands of followers?
Yeah, I don't get it.
You can do this.
Yeah, exactly. If they don't have talent, neither do you. Yeah. It's fine.
The only reason I'm not going to do it is because I have a thing about going above and beyond, and you don't want to see my shirt come off because it's just nasty.
Yeah, and I've already doxed myself. I really don't need to embarrass my company more than I already have.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, exactly.
But we are kind of coming to the end here. That is all the updates that we really have right now, especially considering we gave a lot on the game development side of it. I probably get in trouble for it, but I just want you guys to understand that for all the people that are worried, that see the charts right now, that see the price and say, you know, oh shit, should I be panicking? Should I be worrying? Should I pull out a MetaDoge? No, you should. Yeah, you should be buying. Very least, you should be holding. Yeah. You should just understand that. Just hold.
This is not financial advice, by the way. We're not financial advisors. When I say you should be buying, it's coming from strictly me because I'm buying.
True. But above all else, we wouldn't be putting all these hours into developing a full-fledged game. We're talking a full-fledged game. We wouldn't be putting in all these hours and dollars and money and have this giant marketing wallet and lock the liquidity for 12 months if we had zero interest in continuing this project. Okay. Hey, Naked HD gets it. Yeah. Girls are here, guys. Girls are here. Streamer recommends kissy emoji. Okay. So follow suit with what they are saying and just understand. Wow, they are going to town.
Oh,
that just helps the algorithm. I guess.
We just mention them and they just keep popping up, I guess. Hey,
But we will give for a second. One thing, if everybody can do, I know we have a lot of viewers that are watching right now. If you could just like this stream, it really does help with the algorithms on YouTube. Gets us out there to more people that are searching crypto constantly. It's going to say, hey, you know, check this out. It really does help. So if you guys could go ahead and like the YouTube stream right now, just give it a big thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Ring the bell also helps too, just to notify you whenever we go back on.
I'm gonna put this out there too, real quick. If there's anybody that, obviously we speak English, It's not the native language for a lot of the people who are in our token, and we incredibly, I mean, I apologize on my behalf, I guess, for you not being able to partake the same way that people that speak English naturally or natively do. We want to be able to translate this to you, and we are always looking to try to push our message out to every bit of our community. So if there's anybody that's willing to and able to maybe be involved in this VC, be involved in our stream, and take notes, take really good, what we would call minutes, I guess, as to what we've talked about, the breakdown of everything, and then us be able to share it through announcements, be able to share that in text form so others can translate it later. It would be phenomenal. It would be great. So if you're willing to and you're able to, please reach out to us and let us know. We are desperately looking for some folks who can just add that extra dimension to what we're trying to give to the community.
Yeah, and I also have to go ahead and just give one more big shout out to Jay. Thanks for hanging out in the voice chat with us, my man, and also the things that came through. We're excited too, man. And it is, that's one of the reasons that we wanted to do that. It's not only give people a place to ask the questions that they want to ask, but it makes a little bit, there's so many just coins everywhere that you turn in the crypto space. Half of them you can't trust, if not higher than that. It helps the fact of you have faces that you can actually attach to this. We're guys just like you, okay? We're here to push this project farther. We stepped up. We interviewed Dave last week. I hope you guys, if you hadn't, go back and watch it. Interviewing Dave. He's also incredibly genuine and amazing person, and super valuable to the project itself. We are working night and day to get this to where it needs to be, and I know it looks shitty right now, but I promise you the things that we have planned for this, if I haven't given you enough, way too much information already today,
Too much.
just know that we are going to, like, we're excited for it. I hope that at least, if anything you can get from our conversations with you guys, is how excited we are for the project. And if we are, I promise you that's the only thing that you need to know, is that we are investors, we own NFTs, we are excited, and I probably said too much and Dom's gonna yell at me later. That's about all I know.
Probably, honestly. Hey, but you know what? That's what our job is. Sometimes is we're public relations. In a lot of senses, and
we relate publicly. Yeah,
we try to make sure you get the information that you need to continue buying into us, because at the end of the day, we buy in, we bought in with our own wallets, and we continue to do these AMAs so that you have the information that you want as much as we possibly can share inside of the legality issues that we come into.
Tom's gonna sue me after
but
this.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really all about community. It's really about all of you. It's really about sharing the message of the MetaDoge to you, and hopefully you sharing it to the world, because at the end of the day, the more we share, the more we make. And the more you make, and the happier we are, and the less flooding we get, and the less questions of wind moon that we get, because we're already mooning. But we're setting up for that right now. And we're just so grateful for you all being here. Mm-hmm. I just want to, I guess, expand on that a little bit and say that if you can hold with us, if you stay with us, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I can give you a really good solid promise from me that you're not going to be disappointed, because we'll go back for a second to Albert's question earlier. It said, are we dead? You see us here. We're here right now. We would not be doing this right now if we thought we were dead. We would not be doing this right now if we didn't have every bit of confidence in the fact that our team and ourselves and everybody else that is buying into this is dedicated, and we're going to continue to grow. This is going to be something special, but you got to be here. You got to be involved. You got to be present for us to be able to show you
that. And one more question, one more thing, and then we'll go ahead and fade out to black, because we've already been going on for a long time here. But I want to tell you, it's the whole dev team feels this way. Not giving away too much, but we were interviewing a dev the other day for the video, for the game itself. And Dan, our dev, who's unbelievable at what he does and just works tirelessly, put this dude through the fucking ringer that I'm pretty sure he was crying by the end of it, and then was like, no, you're not the guy for us. You can't achieve our vision. Good night. I'm talking like thrashed this dude that we were interviewing and sent him back in. That's how dedicated the dev team is, where Dan was like, no, you're not going to accomplish the vision that we want to accomplish. Go somewhere else. That is phenomenal. And that's the type of people. That's why we're here, because we believe in those people. Hopefully you can believe in us and believe in them as well. Hopefully we can relate to you in that. Last question was when Gate.io. That's $100,000 to be on Gate.io. So it's going to be a minute for that. Now, we do have that plan that is in the pipeline. We are going to do that. But we would drain almost the entire marketing wallet doing that right now. In a market that is very, very terrible right now, it would be a very bad idea to do so. I know it feels good because you're going to see it pump for a second because we got a new listing and then people are going to sell and they're going to be right back where we are, except now we're on Gate.io with zero marketing dollars. Like, that's just not the best way to spend that, man. You know, that's
100%.
That's
100%.
just being transparent with you. I mean, we're going to get there. We have to get a little bit more utility, okay? We have to get a little bit more utility before we get there. But, you know, we are going to get there.
We're always working towards incorporating every bit of what you guys want. So even if it's not now, it's not that it's a no. It's that a hold on for it, because we will get there.
Well, we have one that came through that's not showing up on that side yet, but I do want to give a big shout out to Jay, who's talking to us up at the Telegram, man. We really, really, really appreciate that. William Harrison saying, for those seeing and listening, those who have invested big, non-dev team, myself included, are also holding and buying more while it's low. Great job, William. And excited to see where this team takes us. Yeah, guys, we're excited too, and we can't wait to. I will tell you this: as soon as we're done hiring the devs for this game, we're gonna get them to do some mock-ups of what we're looking at, and we're going to release them so you guys can see them.
Sure.
Absolutely. We want you to understand how serious and dedicated we are. We don't want you to feel like we're just saying all this shit in the background and stuff like that. But we also don't want to give too much away where someone just kind of takes our ideas and runs away with it, which is why Dom may yell
right,
later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he might get on to us for this, but to be honest with you, at the end of the day, we want you to know and be excited about what we're doing, and the only way we can do that is to share as much information as possible.
Yeah.
So we want to be transparent with you as much as we possibly can. So we appreciate your patience. We appreciate your willingness to be here and listen, and your willingness to listen even if you're not here with us right now, to ask those questions constantly in our chat, because although we may seem as though, hey man, we've answered this 1,000 times today, it doesn't make it less important, because you deserve to have the answer. You all deserve to be a part of this just as much as we are, and just as much as anybody else is. So that's what we're trying to do here, and we're so grateful for you being here.
And we are grateful. Jay, again, big shout out to you, my man. I really, really appreciate it. Hope you can go back and watch this on YouTube so you can hear your shout out. But we really appreciate it, dude. William, thanks for being here. Every single one of you. Albert, Pogich Boy, Marcus, Paolo. Oh, I said that right because I watched Friends. We're still on, my man. But every single one of you guys, we will have the recap of this. As soon as this finishes out, we'll play the music video out. We'll do the ending soon and everything. As soon as the live stream ends, we will go ahead and throw that back up on our Telegram page and probably on Twitter as well. I guess we like Dom yelling at us, so that's probably why. Why not? But if you guys have any questions, as always, find us in the Telegram group. You can also find us on Twitter as well as It's Dr. Dreidel, and that's what's limiting him. And you can find us in the Telegram group. Owen, Public Relations.
Tyler.
Are you gonna change it?
I'm not so Slim and M right now.
It's not so Slim and M.
But you can call me Ty. You can call me T. You can call me Tyler. You can call me not so Slim and M. You can call me Slim. You can call me Fat. I don't care.
As long as you call him.
As long as you call me.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But other than that, guys, we'll go ahead and finish it off here. But if you guys have any questions, again, keep sending them over. We will get a form out here soon so we can actually fill some of these questions every Tuesday. We'll be back next Tuesday at the same time. As always, guys, keep the faith, and we will see you later, all right? Have a good one.
I just got rich. But I just MetaDoge 5. Yeah. If you don't got a coin in your wallet, you broke. I said what I said. Hey, my doge's not like yours. My Doge is the first. You are just a meme. My Doge got a metaverse. My Doge not like yours. Tell him I said it.
Facts. My Doge not like yours. My Doge is the first. You are just a meme. My Doge got a metaverse. My Doge not like yours. My Doge is the first. You are just a meme. My Doge got a metaverse. MetaDoge, 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 MetaDoge. I just struck it rich. Too much money, it can't fit in my pocket. MetaDoge, flip it, watch me hold. NFT, I got one gold. We be lit like the stove. All these paper hands exposed. That's my Doge, I cannot fold. Hey, I've been trapping Doge off in the metaverse. MetaDoge, history made, we did it first. I can't make this up, ain't no right rehearse. We got all the drip, we gon' quench they thirst. My Doge not like yours, my Doge is the first. You are just a meme, my Doge got a metaverse. My Doge not like yours, my Doge is the first. You are just a meme, my Doge got a metaverse. MetaDoge, 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 big dog, boss Doge and metaverse. I bought friends, NFTs, stake 'em, gotta get 'em first. Once she dip, I buy the dip, it come up, she can get her purse. Don't you wait until it's listed, you should go and get it first. Dog, I'm certified, check my status, ask about me. We been shaking up the market, that's no lie. Ricky Bobby, they gon' duplicate and try. Roger that, copy. I'm a big dog, off the leash, chest out, cocky. My Doge not like yours, my Doge is the first. You are just a meme, my Doge got a metaverse. My Doge not like yours, my Doge is the first. You are just a meme, my Doge got a metaverse. MetaDoge, 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 MetaDoge.
Slime to slime, I'ma put y'all on to something real quick. Know what I'm saying? You gotta put this coin in your pocket, else not you broke. Go to MetaDoge.live, that's MetaDoge.live. For real. Get you some money! LNJ, you can find me in the metaverse with my MetaDoge, you dig?